What do migraines, excessive sweating, and shoulder pain all have in common? In this sponsored segment, we are joined by Lizette Alvarado to tell us how Botox is for crow's feet and so much more. Lizette, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. Okay, my first question is, when I was reading up on Botox, neurotoxins is what it's called, and that sounds bad, but neurotoxins can actually be good for us.
Definitely, definitely. So neurotoxins, the mechanism of action is that it weakens the muscle. So it can help with muscle spasms if you have urinary bladder issues. So Botox can be used, for those aspects. So it's a scary word. However, It is very helpful. It helps just weaken the muscle.
Weaken the muscle. So not just for wrinkles, but it can be used for so many different things. What else can you use it for? You mentioned, urinary
bladder. Urinary bladder issues. Botox can be used for that. You can also use it for hyperhidrosis, which means excessive sweating.
Oh.
Yeah, and it blocks the acetylcholine receptors, so therefore you sweat less, you don't have as much acne, but you can put it in muscle spasms as well throughout the trapezius muscle. And then for migraine headaches, it significantly helps benefit people for 12 weeks if they're suffering from migraines and muscle spasms down this area.
Oh, that's got to be so helpful. If you are going to go get injections for any of those reasons, or just cosmetically, if you're trying to get those wrinkles gone, what should you do to prepare?
Okay, so you definitely want to avoid any NSAIDs, so aspirin, ibuprofen, and alcohol for 24 to 48 hours.
Okay.
So you don't bleed and bruise as much.
Okay, that's a good suggestion.
And then at least 2 weeks before, avoid any major procedures on your face.
And then some folks may be thinking these before and afters look great and I would like my forehead to look like that. But in addition to Botox, you also have to have a good skincare regimen, right?
You definitely do. Skincare is essential for longevity of the Botox and for integrity of your skin. It helps with the pores, the fine lines, and when you have smooth texture to your skin, the Botox settles in and gives you that refined look.
Yeah, and how long does it usually last?
So it depends on your metabolism, but for most people it takes at least 2 weeks to kick in and give you that final result. It can kick in from 3 to 7 days, and it lasts usually 3 months.
And that's for cosmetic results, but also for some of the medical things that you talked about?
Correct, for migraine headaches, exactly, 3 months.
So we can get relief for several months?
You can indeed.
That is so helpful, but I imagine, you hear or see a lot of folks offering Botox at different places. It's really important to go to a licensed medical professional for this, right?
Exactly. It's important that you investigate and make sure that you do your research so that way you have someone that is a licensed, clinical, trained medical professional. So that way you're getting, someone who's trained that knows how to inject the Botox to prevent complications and understands facial anatomy.
Right, because if you're going for cosmetic reasons and they're trying to inject it and they haven't done it before or done it enough times before, you may not get the results that you want.
Exactly.
Okay, so really important to make sure that you're doing that. Anything else that folks should know? Is there any reason that you should not get Botox? A reason that you should stay away from it?
Definitely. So if you have any infection in your skin, and then if you're pregnant or lactating, there's been no research studied on fetuses and babies, so that's an absolute no.
Okay. So
that's
it's not that it's necessarily bad, there's just been no research done, so you don't want to play around with it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, Lizette, thank you so much for joining us today. That was so informative. And again, if you're looking for more information on Syn and the special events coming up, you can reach the office at 985-502-1533 or online at synskinaesthetics.com.